Sam Altman from OpenAI saying that agents will replace everything. That's worth talking about it. I think this is not immediately now, but like the idea that he said is that the system of records where you build traditional SaaS platforms can be entirely replaced by these AI agents that are very good with that unstructured dynamic data. And you just plug them into the data. You don't have to build a system of record. You don't need to build a Salesforce and so forth. There's also the recent article about like, hey, Salesforce and Oracle should join forces, particularly under the recent Stargate project that's going on. So yeah, I mean, the idea of actually like SaaS platforms is just, this sort of automated interface for you that you can type data in, you retrieve data, but you still manually use it. And then there's an API for automations. The agent is just a layer on top of this that would automate all of that for you. So there's no need for SaaS. SaaS is dead to some extent. A new startup would not build a SaaS platform, but an agent platform. So agent as a service. I'm not pronouncing this out, the abbreviation, because that sounds wrong. Yeah. But it's not as sexy as using it with SaaS, I would say. But that's sort of where this is heading. And look, there are startups doing this. They're going in and they're like sort of like looking what are like the HubSpots of the world that you're using, what are your CRMs, and let's just like throw this all together in an agent and build a specialized agent on top of that. And then you go also away a little bit there from the subscription pricing per user seat. You go more into like, how do you engage with these agents, and you can actually amplify them. OpenAI talks about top engineers that they can build. They just launched today the operator framework, for instance. There are already workloads that can be automated, and they will slowly but surely replace a lot of these SaaS products. And it becomes super cheap building a SaaS product. You can build essentially your SaaS product that is one agent that does the thing, but you don't need to have like 30 people building this. You can do this with a way smaller team as well. And so you're more productive, can take on more clients and so forth, less overhead. And naturally, the question is about what happens to labor. This will happen a lot to mid-market, mid-office, back-office jobs, where there's a lot of toil you can remove in automation, in lead generation. I think these agents, they have like two very like outcomes. Like one of them is like they can like deal with inbound customer support, automating call centers, these sort of things. But then they can also help a lot with the outbound, like creating qualified leads and so forth. And each of them are specialized agents. It started 2-3 years ago with an LLM, and then you specialize the LLM. Now the journey really became that you have multiple LLMs talking in orchestration together. There are these orchestration frameworks that can come out. There are like these other open source frameworks that help build workloads. It's the same pattern like from the past, where there's a new technology and you apply the same thinking just to the new frameworks, but you still cook with water. And that's really what happens here with these agentic frameworks. You just need to figure out, what's my business case? How can I automate that with this new RPA thing versus traditional automation and so forth? And then build it highly verticalized.